Hey guys, it's Laura here. Happy New Year to you all. I cannot believe we're already into another year. It's crazy how fast the time is flying by. And for our foodie inspiration today, I'm going to be taking you to China. Of course, we have Chinese New Year coming up. We have the Olympics coming up, which is so incredible. All those amazing athletes who've been waiting and waiting to get their chance to go and shine in Beijing, of course, this winter. Today we are going to be learning how to make Kung Pao Chicken. So it's a very cold, chilly day here in January in southwestern Ontario, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to make a little dish that's a little bit spicy, but also, of course, inspired by China. Now, this dish is very easily modified. It does call for chili peppers, but you can take that and you can add as much or as little as you want to, again, give it the flavor that you like. So if you don't like anything too spicy, you can, of course, modify that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first step in making our Kung Pao chicken is going to be marinating our chicken. So really easy marinade. We're going to take 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And if you're modifying this to make it gluten-free, just look for a gluten-free soy sauce. We're going to take 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar and 1 teaspoon of oil. Okay, so I'm going to use chili oil just because I want to make my Kung Pao chicken a little bit more spicy here. But you can, of course, use sesame oil or any sort of vegetable oil that you have handy. So let's get going. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients from the marinade in a bowl, and I just wanted to give you a little tip. So when you're actually putting your cornstarch in, so I did call, of course, for 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, it's always good to mix it with a little bit of water because, of course, then it will actually, it won't clump. It will blend in nicely with the rest of your ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and give this a little mix and add our chicken. So for the chicken, you're going to use whatever kind of chicken you prefer. It's preferably boneless. I'm using chicken breast, but you can use boneless chicken thighs, drumsticks, as long as you just take the meat off the bone, whichever you prefer, white meat or dark meat. And you're going to dice it up into small cubes. So we're going to take this chicken and add it into our marinade and let it marinate for about 30 minutes. And while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and get the sauce ready for our Kung Pao chicken. Okay, so we've got our chicken nicely mixed in the marinade. We're going to let that sit for 30 minutes. And while that's doing its thing, we'll get the sauce ready and carry on to the next step. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with our sauce. And for the sauce, again, super simple, easy ingredients. We're going to take 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of sugar. Some rice vinegar again, looking at 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, or I might actually add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch just to give a little bit of a thicker consistency for the sauce because that's something that I like. All right, so let's go ahead. Also, while our chicken is marinating, we'll go ahead and get the rest of the ingredients ready. So for our Kung Pao chicken, we're going to want some fresh ginger. So you'll go ahead and peel that and slice it into some slices there. So I like a lot of ginger. I really like the flavor of it. So I'm going to be using about 8 slices of ginger. You want 2 to 3 cloves of garlic and just lightly slice them up. And then your chili peppers. So between 6 to 8 red chili peppers. It is important though to go ahead and slice them and get rid of most of the seeds because unless you want a lot of heat, you want to get rid of those seeds because that's where most of the heat from the red chilies comes from. We're also going to go ahead and take our onion stock and we're going to dice that up. So this is going to be our last step to our Kung Pao chicken, the last thing we add right when we're finished tossing everything together. We're also going to take some peanuts here. And we're going to take about 4 tablespoons of peanuts. And again, they're going to be added into our Kung Pao chicken after we get our chicken in to get cooked. All right, on to the next step. All right, so I've added 1 tablespoon of sesame oil to my wok. And we're going to go ahead now and add our chicken and get that nicely diced up and heated up here. So we want to cook our chicken until it's about 70% cooked, and then we're going to take this out, clean our wok, and go ahead and add our chilies, our garlic, our ginger, and finish off our Kung Pao chicken. Okay, so we got our chicken ready. We've taken it out and we've added 2 more tablespoons of oil. So I'm using sesame oil, which is a nice oil for Asian cooking. We've got our wok nicely heated up. So now we're going to add in our garlic and our ginger slices. Give that a little stir. Get that nicely going. Oh, I can't tell you how good it smells in here. It's absolutely amazing. So once we've let that stir around for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add in our red chili peppers. Get them nicely seasoned up. So we just got the garlic and the ginger going in here. It's nicely sizzling. And we're going to take our chili pepper slices that we've created and add that in here as well. So you'll know they're ready to go, and it's time to start adding in the chicken when you start to smell the chili peppers in the air. So if I start to, my eyes start to water, you'll know why. But oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I can't tell you how much I love Kung Pao Chicken. And a lot of people, you know, it's a very common item on Chinese restaurant lists. And the one that we typically get here has a lot of vegetables in it. It may have water chestnuts, it may have peppers, broccoli, that sort of thing. But the traditional one from the Sichuan region of China is really just very, very simple. It's chicken, it's peanuts, it's the chilies, the garlic, and that's it. So you add the vegetables as a side dish, say, for example, but not actually included into the dish. All right, so I can smell this. It smells fantastic. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to re-add our chicken in here. And we're going to stir that up. You hear the sizzle? And get that going. And then we're going to add in our peanuts is going to be the next step. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir. Get the chili peppers all mixed up in there with the chicken and the garlic and the ginger. Now we're going to add in our roasted peanuts. It smells divine. All right, so we're going to give that just a minute here. Now it's time to go ahead and add our sauce. We want to get our chicken nicely coated with our sauce. I turn the heat down just a little bit on my wok. I can tell you this is one of the best things I ever got as a Christmas present was an electric wok. It's so nice and easy to keep the heat temperature consistent while you're cooking. All right. So we're going to leave this for just a moment, let it simmer down, get the sauce nice and thick, and I will be back to you with the final product. And here we are with the final product. So I chose to serve this with steamed white rice. You can again choose whatever you prefer. If you prefer noodles, if you want to serve it with vegetables, entirely up to you, but it's a super simple, super easy weekday meal. Ready in just over 30 minutes and absolutely delicious. Can't wait to dive in. Bon appetit, everybody. Bye-bye.